All right, I guess we're live, man. For the first time ever, the Pro Wrestling Shoot is live on YouTube. What's going on, James?
Yo, what's going on? It's our first stream of 2022. That's a big deal for us. We've never done YouTube live besides being on Everything Pro Wrestling with Conrad. So this is our little own setup, and this is our first experience with it. How do you feel about this?
I feel pretty good, man. With that said, let's get into our intro. All right, here we go. Yo, let's check out the comments here. What's going on, Brandon? How's
Hey,
it going,
Brandon,
dude?
how's it going?
Good to see you. Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit of WWE 2K22. Is there a lot of good things to go on with this hype because they say that it hits different? How do you feel about this, James?
You know, from compared to 2K20, it's a big deal. It's different. The graphics will look a lot damn better, that's for sure. Um, I expect much better. We didn't have a game for 21. They had a lot of work to do with this. You know, I still wish we had THQ, but that is what it is. But I'm ready for this game. You know, I want a good wrestling game in a while, of course, besides the AEW game and all that we're waiting for. Let's pray that this 2K game is a lot better than 20.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it yet. We'll have to see some gameplay, as everybody's been complaining on their Twitter streams and everything else. They haven't really shown us much but a clip of the game. So I'm more curious to know about online play for some of you guys that don't know.
What's up, Conrad?
Oh, I don't see Conrad. Oh, there he is. What's going on, Conrad? What's going on, Phil?
You know,
Oh, hey.
It's funny we were talking about that, Phil, before off
I'll
air.
let you go ahead and take this one, James.
Yeah, you know, so me and Jesse, if you guys want to know backstory, we used to play WWE games. That's how we met, and we were the old school type. We were the old school type that like the two button reversals. You know, left. What was it? L2, R2, whatever it was on Xbox.
Yes,
Now they
sir.
went to one reversal button. We were very on fence of it. You know, we got used to it. Then they just decided, let's do the reversal limit. I wasn't a fan of it because it was just, stomp my opponent, stomp my opponent. I get it. It gets annoying that they keep reversing and reversing. But then I got tired of it myself when it happened to me. So just let it be. Whoever reverses, reverses. I know it's going to be reverse fast, and I know it's going to take the, game elements out of it. I'm
Yeah,
fine with it,
personally,
personally, for
man,
myself. But I would
I
want the old school style.
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of there not being a reversal limit just because it's a one button reversal. I hate the reversal fest, man. I feel like that gives the game no structure whatsoever. I need them to bring back the two button reversals, and I hate the reversal button is on the face of the controller now. It's terrible, dude. I cannot I I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. When they introduced it in the 2K20, I wasn't a fan of it, but I only played that game for about a week and a half, and then that thing was
Yeah.
uninstalled just because it was so unplayable. But
Which we weren't the only ones. There was massive, massive complaints about the game in general. Yeah, I mean, we're old school. Like I said, 2006, 7, 8, when two button reversals were a thing. So that's
yeah,
what I wish. But personally, for myself, I'm glad the limiting is out. It's whatever to me.
I'm not sure. I can't even remember All Stars
All
reversing.
Stars, geez. I mean, All Stars was
Oh, the
different.
reversing reversals. It was kind of like the Impact game, right? The
Yeah,
TNA
that's what it
game where you can
was.
like do a reversal in a reversal.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think it
Yeah,
was like when someone's doing a move, you can reverse one, but then I think like after 3, it stopped. You couldn't reverse anymore.
yeah, I don't. I didn't really
Jeez.
mind that as much. So if you guys go back and look at like some old school, like what SVR 08 to probably SVR 11, I want to say. You can look up L2K videos and you'll see a lot of our stuff, man. I don't want to say we were a big deal, but we were kind of a big deal on the Xbox community.
Yeah, those were
uh,
our days.
a lot of people used to try to come in on the online lobbies and try to take us out, man. We were lobby leaderboard. status on
Yeah,
at least I
exactly.
want to say from 2010 to 2011 were like our prime lobby leaderboards, but I don't know, man. I just miss those 2-button reversals. It's that's what I'm really worried about for the online. Most of the time, dude, I stopped buying this game for the offline stuff a long time ago.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah.
Yo, what is up, Mike?
What's going on,
Jeez.
Mike? Yeah, he knows all about that L2K.
Yeah, you still suck at hockey, dude.
So he says maybe this Phil says maybe the stamina block and dodge help to stop the reversal fest. Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you could I mean there are ways around it. You're right, but I don't know, man. I just don't want it to feel so arcadey, I guess. I love playing the WWE games when they feel authentic to me. And it feels like a real match. If I wanted like an arcade style game, I would probably not go for this simulation type game. And the stamina's kind of been a bad thing lately in the 2K series as well.
Yeah, like the one game that I can think of was I think it was like 2006 where the stamina bar was a thing. And oh god, Conrad, yep, I remember people freezing. Yep, I remember those days.
Yo, we had to
We
pull
bu-
out those freezing sometimes, man,
so yeah,
on
we're
them
not
rank
any more innocent than the next person. We did
on
it just to protect ourselves.
yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, I remember all that freezing stuff, man. Good times. Good times
Yeah.
in the I miss THQ so much.
Yeah, but yeah, back to Phil's comment. Yeah, I think the stamina, if you throw it in there and you do the same exact thing like how 2006 had it, where the stamina was, hey, eventually you're going to have to rebuild your stamina. You're going to have to sit there and wait for your opponent to be down for some time and build it back up. So, but let's see what they do with this game. I think I'm hoping that they're going to do better with it. They had what 2-3 years to fix this last one that was just rushed. And let's hopefully I keep the game in my console, unlike the last one.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get my hands on a PS5 or a Xbox Series X.
Deuces.
So I might just have to get, I might just have to get this on the old school. But then again, I haven't really been trying too hard to get one either. So let me see here. Let's establish wrestling. What games you guys like? What wrestling games do we like?
Wrestling games, geez, so we can go way back.
Are we talking just like the 2K and THQ games? Because when it comes down, I mean, obviously, Here Comes the Pain was probably one of the best offline games, I would say.
Yeah, literally. I can pull out some PlayStation games I got in the back of me. Yeah. Here Comes the Pain was one of them. I was a very big fan of 2006 and 2007.
All right. Yeah. So, no, yeah. 2007 was probably one of my favorite online games when it came to just smooth online gameplay and everything. And that was my first, I do believe that was the first game that I got on the Xbox 360, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 2007. 2006, I'll be honest, that was one that I wasn't that great at the game. And in 2007, I just busted my ass off, and I think I was up in the leaderboards for the longest time. Um, but yeah, I think it was what was the one? Not 2006, but they call it 2005. It was SVR. That was
Yeah.
the OG one. That was my first online experience for any
That was
wrestling
just
game.
SmackDown versus Raw, correct?
Yeah, but we
So
call
I
it
actually played that
2K5.
game online as well, and that was on PS2, and you had to have like a special connection to hook up, and you can only do
Yes.
one versus 1v1s, right?
Yeah, it was
There was no
1v1s. There was very it was new to the online world. It was just single matches. There was no leaderboards. It was just wrestling.
yeah, that's
Which
true, man.
I gotta admit, I had a Game Shark, so I used to use the hell out of the Game Shark for online.
Wait, security with Bob so you don't get robbed. You two nerds talking about games. Is that the security Bob I'm thinking of?
Might be the security with Bob, and why is there a T as is like
I don't know. This boy needs to chill. I'm gonna have to block him from the chat.
mods?
They need to show us some gameplay or entrances. It's been long enough. Which do you prefer, 2K19 or 2K20, and why? Well, I mean that's obvious, and I agree with you on the gameplay or entrances. I don't really care too much about the entrances as long as they show us some gameplay and show us that this game is not lagging. 2K19 obviously over 2K20.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's obvious it was just playable. Honestly, I thought the graphics looked a little better too in 2K19. As weird as that sounds, I thought the game looked better in general.
Yeah, I thought 2K19 was the obvious one that was better. 2K20, I swear, was probably the wrestling game that I can think of that was the most installed wrestling game in a long ass time. Yeah, I mean, you got to work. I mean, they haven't even showed us graphics, not much graphics, but gameplay for the new game yet, and it's coming out
Yeah.
in March, which is kind of odd to me. And they've showed kind of more gameplay trailers with the AEW game, so
So here's the thing about the 2K20. I was so excited about the online because they had brought lobbies back for this game, right? So as soon as I seen that
yes,
lobbies were back in the online, because I hated matchmaking in 2K19. I think they started that matchmaking in what was it,
it,
2K15 or
I think
14 or
so.
something
I
like
think
that?
so. They use like the Madden formula, and I like the
Yeah.
lobbies. I get
I
it. I understand
hated
why.
matchmaking, dude, because and I liked players matches as well because then you can go and have fun. It isn't always about ranked, and I enjoyed that because then you can get an authentic feel of competition rather than people in ranked trying to freeze you to the ground, as Conrad was saying earlier.
Right.
It was just more fun for me to have that option, and then they brought it back in 2K20, and it was so unplayable that I just could not keep that installed. So I basically uninstalled that one and put 2K19 back in strictly for the universe mode. I enjoyed the
Hmm.
universe on that.
Yeah, the universe mode. I will say for 2K22, GM mode is back, and I was a big fan of GM mode for the longest time. So, 2K19, was it a classic? Well, it wasn't a classic enough for me because I got rid of that thing real quick as soon as
I
20 came out, and that
I
that went to
honestly,
hot garbage.
when it came to offline play, I thought that 2K19 was one of the smoothest playing games. I enjoyed it for offline play. If but once again, I'm an online guy. I love competition and I love having fun with a group of people and creating, my own cause and stuff like that. It was just it's a different experience online. Conrad, you probably are more familiar with this too. I remember you talking about e-feds and stuff like that. So if you come from like the e-fed and the online gameplay, then you should know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to lobbies and all that other stuff. I feel like matchmaking just kind of threw that out the window when they added that in at on 2K15.
Yeah, the whole Madden formula of like matchmaking just wasn't for me, and I get it. But the lobby system was fine. Yes, I get it. You don't want people like top leaderboards just doing the thing what they did, like boosting their win records, and I get it. Um, but I like the old style. We both agreed on that. I like the lobby system. Give me rank matches, give me player matches. You know, I don't even care what people did. We eventually got over the leaderboards because we're just like it's the same people. Eventually, they fixed it with the way that we didn't like it, but it is what it is. But preferably for myself, I'm an online guy. I used to play online a crapload. I used to play rank matches so damn much. Um, but you do need some offline gameplay that is good. That's why I keep reverting back to 2007. It had good online and great offline.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I feel like 2K20 had all the potential as long as the game was playable. As soon as it as soon as it became glitchy, it threw all credibility out the window. But I feel like, like I said before, I feel like 2K19 was a little bit better graphic for some reason. Some of the characters looked really funny in 2K20, but as far as the gameplay went, when it wasn't lagging, it was pretty good from what I understood for the week and a half that I played it. So
Yeah.
he says, for me on 2K20, I didn't find Phil Franklin says this. For me on 2K20, I didn't find many bugs as what others make out. I think 2K20 was better moves, but that's about it. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
They had some good they had some good moves, and some people got fortunate enough to not. I don't know. They were fortunate enough to not experience as many bugs as others. Me personally, I seen a lot of stuff, and I couldn't even run like a universe offline with it. And the lobbies, went the thing that I was most excited about ended up being a complete flop because you couldn't even get a match online for the longest time. I don't know how eventually it
Jeez.
turned out, but that first week and a half, I couldn't find nothing. It sucked.
Yeah, I would agree with the same thing. The moves was just they had to upgrade the moves. There was new superstars, but that was the main thing. That was like maybe the difference that was good. Yeah, some people escaped with it and didn't get glitches and all that. Of course, if some of you guys know, there's this group that I always watch. They always do like day one streams of the WWE games of New Legacy Inc. Shout out to them. They always do day one stuff and check out all the glitches. And I get it. You're probably thinking, why are they doing that? Well, they were the first ones to expose the game, and look what happened. 2K20 was a flop. So, but I mean, it had some goods and it had a lot of bads. So
Y-
I'm expecting a lot better from 22. I know 2K busted their ass off. You had 2 years to fix this, especially with all the
Absolutely.
roster changes. But I do expect much better with this game.
So everything pro wrestling says I ran XGW on PS3, and right here at the bottom, XGW Wrestling Fire. Hey, welcome to the chat, guys.
Yep,
I
welcome.
appreciate it. And so Phil Franklin says again, 2K20 was built on 2K18's gameplay. Apparently, that's why it was slow like 2K18. Oh, good to know. I did not know that.
Okay, that would make sense. That would make very obvious sense then.
Yeah, that's good. So what are you guys excited for the most out of 2K22, other than the game being playable? Or what are you most looking forward to seeing out of this game? Is it game modes? Is it different move sets? Is it what is it? Is the universe, the GM mode? I know that they got a few different things. The reversal limit is now gone, apparently, is what James was telling me earlier. So what are we most excited for when it comes to this game?
A little bit of everything. I mean, GM mode needs to be very precise. I'm very critiqued about it.
Are you excited about GM mode coming back?
I am. I was one of them to like it. I think the one that really got me into it big time was Xavier Woods with Up Up Down Down. When they
Okay.
him and Tyler Breeze used to play it, those guys just went balls out with that thing. GM mode was like cool. I get it, it was like universe mode, but like I don't know. I'm glad that it's back. It took them forever to bring this back. I'm just very excited for it because if the online stinks, I'm gonna use GM mode. I'm
So
gonna guarantee
here's the
that right
thing
now.
too. They have GM mode and they have universe mode still, correct?
I think so. Let me double check. Shout out
So
to.
if you have
Let me
universe mode
see.
and GM mode, what's the difference between the two? Are you limited on this GM mode, or are you still building this GM mode
Well,
like a universe?
I don't know far in details. I know GM mode was like you start from the first pay per view. So back in the day, it was Backlash all the way to WrestleMania. You fought. So either you were, I think it was Eric Bischoff or Theodore Long, and you just went head to head for every pay per view, every show, your buy rates, your superstar contracts, and all that. I think that's how it is, a yearly thing. While universe mode is just keep going, keep going. It's like like take it as like a franchise mode for like Madden football. That's what I would take it as.
Yeah. So Phil Franklin said gameplay 100% and new updated superstars.
I actually have
Uh,
the roster with me. Actually, if you want to see the roster, it's pretty
is
lengthy.
that an accurate roster? Have they even
Yeah.
announced the roster?
Well, this is on SmackDown Hotel, so they're very, very reliant.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I'll just go down the list. Oh, they
Hold on
even
a
have
second.
the
It says
DLC.
Phil Franklin says I'm worried they have hardly touched universe mode. I unfortunately that's probably going to be the case just because we have the general manager mode now. But that brings my question is what is the general manager mode? I'm excited for the community creations. I heard the community creations is going to be cross platform, so that's going to be cool.
Yes, and online is going to be like that too. So is PC involved with this, or
So
is it
wait,
just?
is online like can you play online cross platform or is that just community creations? Because I thought it was just community creations.
I think it's every. I think it's. I would think it's everything. I mean, you see Call of Duty with it for some time. I would think they. I think with 2K, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with like NBA 2K and all that. If they have cross platform, um, it would be cool to play like somebody from the Xbox One or whatever from the Xbox Series. I don't know about PC if they're going to be involved too, or if it's just PC or Xbox and PlayStation.
Can you imagine some of the hacks you can get from PC if that was the case? That'd be
Oh
awesome. So
God.
everything pro wrestling says just fresh gameplay. XGW Wrestling says playing Universe with friends. Now, enlighten me. Playing Universe with friends. Are we talking about offline at home with some friends, or how does
Yeah.
that work? Because I've always talked about like an online universe, how badass that would be. But
So
you
here we
can
go.
only pull the trigger
Universe.
on so many things, I think.
So universe mode. This is what it says. Universe mode returns, offering players the ability to fully customize their WWE experience down to the smallest details, from taking control over brands to premium live events, match results, rivalries, and more. Also, a new option was added called Superstar Mode. This gives you the ability to play through WWE Universe by controlling one superstar and focus entirely on their storyline and matches. So that's I think it's practically just the same thing, or you can just focus and be one superstar. That's the
Oh,
difference.
interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right then. XGW Wrestling says kicking EPW's ass online. Conrad wasn't having that.
Yeah.
And
Community
then
creations.
community creations is all I heard. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I heard too. That community creations was the only thing that was cross-platform. Now, if you can do cross-platform online for like player matches and ranked matches, that's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I
so
hope that's the case, but
yeah,
I
so
haven't
it
heard
does
anything.
say global W2K22 community. First time ever cross-platform community creations between PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
Hmm, interesting.
But I'm still looking if there's anything for online. I don't know if anybody knows anything about online. I have not seen anything. Um
Well, no, and they usually don't release any online news until the end. I remember I remember for 2K19, I was like bitching and crying every time they did some sort of live stream. Like, dude, give us something for online. Please tell me lobbies are back. Please tell me lobbies are back. Dude, we cried for lobbies for like 5 years. A whole community of people cried for that lobbies um that lobbies menu back, and they just would not answer our cries until 2K20. Unfortunately, they gave us lobbies, but the thing was broken, so it didn't even. I don't know. It was terrible, terrible.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at the roster, seeing if there's anything like different. Would you like me to go through the roster?
Is so I do, but is it so? It's not a confirmed roster.
Um, no, this is confirmed. It says confirmed on
Confirmed.
yeah, so I can go with it. So in case we get flagged for like 100% news. That's what it says on here because I know SmackDown Tell is very reliant about this stuff.
So let's answer a couple questions real quick. Did you
But
notice they fixed McIntyre's model in the latest trailer compared to the one a few months ago?
I have
Um,
seen that. Yeah, I have
So
seen a big
I didn't
difference.
even watch the trailer. Are you talking about the one that they released at SummerSlam when we were there live, or was it? Is
I
that the
just
one he's
seen a
talking about, James?
screenshot. I seen a screenshot of the match. I haven't
Okay,
really watched the trailers
so I think the
myself.
only time I watched that first trailer was when they played it when we were sitting in the stands for SummerSlam,
Yeah.
and I didn't watch it again. So I didn't even pay attention to it then. I was I wasn't excited about this game for the longest time, but no, I didn't see the model. Of James seen it, then that's cool. I'm
Yeah,
glad they
it's a big
fixed it.
difference. Romans is a lot better. That I will give you. Romans looks a lot better. I'm just looking at him right now.
I
Edge
seen
looks
the
a lot
Macho Man
better.
model, and the Macho Man looks a lot better than the last one.
Edge looks a lot better. A
No,
lot.
no mentions of online or gameplay yet. I am with you for online. I hope Virtual Basement and AEW hear us. Everything pro wrestling, yes. Everything that you just said. I
Mhm.
hope that both of those. I am excited for all these wrestling games. To be honest, I really hope that 2K22 nails this, but you just never know, man. With 2K, especially taken over a whole new. I mean, I want to think that they fixed every problem that we had with 2K20.
Yeah.
So I want to
Yeah.
give them the benefit of the doubt. I agree with much improved at Phil Franklin. They had to fix his model.
Oh, there was many models to fix, but yes.
Best models: Goldberg and Edge. Okay.
I seen Edge.
I wish I had some screenshots to
Yeah.
share on here, but
Yeah.
I don't,
I seen
unfortunately.
Edge. Haven't seen Goldberg's yet.
Okay. Go ahead and go down this roster. Is it
All
short?
right. It's pretty lengthy, but I'll just go by brands if you want, just to make it easier.
Oh,
So
you're
for the
good.
Raw
You're
brand,
good.
we got AJ Styles, Alexa Bliss, Angela Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Austin Theory, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Big E, Bobby Lashley, Chad Gable, Dana Brooke, Dominic Mysterio, which I think he's DLC. I'll have to double check on that.
Wait, Dominic Mysterio is going to be DLC?
I think
He's
he
a
is,
part of
but
the main roster. What the
let
shit
me
is this?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the DLC, so let me get to that. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Montez Ford, MVP returns, Orton, Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Ricochet, Riddle, Robert Roode, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Tamina, and The Miz, and that is the roster for Raw. SmackDowns we have SmackDowns is pretty small compared to Raw's, but Bailey, Carmella, Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, Edge, Eric, Finn Balor, Ivar, Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali's in the game. Naomi, Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shinsuke Nakamura, Shotzi, Sonya Deville, and Xavier Woods. That is for SmackDown.
Got NXT.
NXT is small as well. They have Tyler Bate, Samoa Joe, Raquel Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray, and Joaquin Wild. I don't know how to pronounce this, so apologies. Joaquin Wild. I don't watch NXT that much. Sorry to admit that. Let me
Too
see.
bad Conrad's not on this stream, man. He's the king at
Yeah.
pronunciation.
And here's your favorite one, Legends. We do want to hear the Legends. Booker T, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Eric Bischoff of the NWO, Goldberg, Hollywood Hogan of the NWO, Hulk Hogan, Cena, Kane, Kevin Nash of the NWO, Savage, 96, Rey Mysterio from Starrcade, Ric Flair, Scott Steiner, Scott Hall of the NWO, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, six in the NWO, The Rock.
So now
Triple
you're saying 6 and 6 in the NWO. Are they just giving us like 2 different characters now instead of just alternate
I don't know.
attires?
It just has it on there, so I don't know. It could
I
just
can't
be
stand
one.
when they do that, man. 3 different versions of the Undertaker, 6 different versions of Triple H. It's
Remember
ridiculous.
that?
Like you're taking up
Yeah.
all this space that's unnecessary, man. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know. The
So
Rock,
Phil
Triple
Franklin said
H.
Lashley has a 91 rating, McIntyre 91, Mysterio and Edge both 90 rated. So that's weird too. I don't think that Mysterio should be a 90 rating, but I've always thought these ratings were a little bit screwy.
Yeah, there's always been some screwy ratings. I don't know if I have the ratings in front
XGW
of me.
Wrestling says that Dom isn't unlockable. So there you go.
Okay, that's what it was, unlockable. The Rock, Triple H, Warrior, Taker, and then obviously the 3 Takers. WrestleMania 36 Taker with the Phantom Mask. I don't think he's ever had the Phantom Mask in any wrestling game.
I don't remember him having that. No,
and Lord of
that's pretty
Darkness.
cool.
Yeah, that'll give you. In DLC, we have.
Phil Franklin says one thing I hope is that they update things and give us live updates, new superstars, arenas, entrance music, etc. I don't think that in the world of in the world of content that they're going to give us any free superstars for updates. It might be like the payable, the microtransactions are a thing nowadays. So that's unfortunately what we're going to be getting.
Yeah, I did hear something about that, Phil. That they said they were going to be like ongoing updates, and I don't how coincidental are they going to do it? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to update it like how EA Sports does it with like sports games or 2K with basketball. 5 DLC packs.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing to think of. Yeah, he said that there's going to be 5 DLC packs. I understand like the whole yearly wrestling game, right? I get it. WWE is money, and that's all they're into is making their paper. But imagine a world where we lived in if you made one good wrestling game for that generation of console, just one wrestling game for that generation of console, and continue updating the roster, the entrances, everything. You can just give us that kind of stuff or make us pay for it. It doesn't matter. Like it's continue microtransactions, and you can keep updating as much as you want. And again, live updates as well, to where we can update some graphics, everything else. I don't know. It's just that's just me thinking out loud. I understand like that's not a big money maker, but you would think with microtransactions, and as much as WWE is releasing everybody
Yeah,
and adding new superstars to the mix all the time, there would be plenty for people to buy if they would just step up their game and release that kind of content, and you would get your, I'm assuming your money's back for not releasing your yearly release, if that makes
right.
sense.
Hmm.
You would
And
make your money back off of that.
yeah, and I can confirm, yes, the season pass, 5 DLC packs featuring new superstars and legends, and a My Rise Mega Boost and Supercharger pack. Um, so I don't know, and of course you get limited edition cards for Supercard, Ray and Dominic. The 96 Starcade Rey Mysterio is actually pretty neat. Um, three Undertakers, so I don't know.
So
Like you stated
I
earlier,
also heard one of those packs. So let's talk a little bit about the the special editions.
yes,
So we
we
got the
we we had a
NWO
lot.
special edition that, you know, is usually what they call the collector's edition for $120. This year you get no collectibles. It's all digital.
Yeah, that's the
And
weird
the
thing.
Starcade entrance and Starcade Arena and Starcade Rey Mysterio is PS5 and Xbox X exclusive. So you can't get that on old gen.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I think they're talking out of their ass. I think they're gonna pull it off. But when we heard about like the NWO you know set that was coming out, we're like, hey, where's the hard copy? Oh, there's no hard copy, it's digital. We're like, what the hell is that all about? I don't know why they're doing that. I'm a fan of getting a hardcover, it was a cool thing to have, like when they did the special edition one. So I guess I'll get
Yeah.
the what's the one we said, the $90 one, and then if I have to buy everything else separate, fine, that's fine. But I want a hard copy. I want a hard copy edition in here.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the thing is, okay, so he says XGW Wrestling EPW shared stream, bro. How they gonna charge for people we already effing had? Yep, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. It's a little crazy. So $120, I just can't justify that from a digital copy of the game. I've always gotten a collector's edition. I even got the collector's edition for 2K20. I spent all that money for a week's worth of game. So if anybody else out there is complaining about 2K20, trust me, man, I'm in your boat. But
Yeah,
I always buy that version because I like collectibles, man. That's just what I do.
yeah, and him being the Hulkster Mark as is, he wanted the cover of this.
All right, all right. This
I
is
know.
going a little too far there, James.
Yeah, yeah. I think the network said shut it off.
Tell me you didn't just say that.
About
Oh,
had
much
enough of
I
your
did,
shit already.
much I did.
James,
New,
you already know that you love Hulk Hogan. So I don't know
mm,
why you sit here and bash him all the time, brother.
yeah, well, he's gonna keep getting back.
Why
So.
the fuck you lying?
All lies, all lies.
All right, man. So yeah, no, I mean, I don't really care too much for the NWO pack because we've had the NWO in plenty of games. You know what I mean? I literally just wanted the collector's edition. I'm sure that the NWO characters themselves are going to come out on DLC that you'll just have to pay extra for, and I'm okay with that. But as far as $120 for a digital copy, I just can't justify that.
It's I mean, we're in the same boat. I want the NWO group. I want the two arenas. What else do you get? Yeah, two classic WCW reviews. A My Faction Gold Pack bundle with NWO Evo cards and NWO Wolfpack Championship belt. I think that's really what's added. So for the extra like $30, you get that stuff, but it's digital. So sadly, I'm gonna have to bounce on that one and just have to get the cross gen one. I think that's what it was, or deluxe edition.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the deluxe edition this
When
year
that stuff
too.
releases, I'll just buy the extra stuff. Just charge me the 30
I think
bucks.
that's going to be my decision as well because I like to have the hard copy of the games. It's just I just can't get over that. Phil Franklin says thoughts on the new SVR style pin system. I didn't know about this.
Oh
Enlighten
god.
me. Do you know about it, James?
No, I don't. It better not scare me.
Is it
'Cause I
is it
know
like so the new SVR style pin system? So is this like are we talking SVR 11 where you can just like do the button mash and
if
kick
it's
out?
button, yeah, if it's
Like
button
we're gonna have
mash,
kickouts with like no selling finishers all the time if that's the case.
yeah, I'm actually checking out a little video of it, see what Phil is elaborating about. Oh, and I guess there's a new submission system too. I wonder how it is. Please tell me it's not that. Oh, was there a beta?
Oh, look at it. So he did say pin system has gone back to mashing. Oh,
Well,
for online, I love it.
for online, I like it.
I
I was
love
a
that.
master at the
I
mashing.
Yeah, dude. You couldn't even you could not pin James in a match whatsoever, man. And then we all learned how to do that shit in 2011. I think it was 2010 that you kicked out of everything. And then 2011 came out and it was easy for everybody to do. There was no getting away from it. And then he let's see here.
Let's see, pin system. Okay.
Says XGW Wrestling says WWE doesn't have many surprises anymore for games. I agree. He also says like their product is hurting in my opinion. I agree. I agree for all that.
Yeah, so this say back to SmackDown Tell. The pin system, kickout system has also been updated in WWE 2K22 with the return to a button mashing minigame in order to kick out of a pin. Is it the same way for the submissions?
I hope so. I hope so. I actually like that personally. Like I like that because I hated that new submission
Yeah, I hate it
system.
where you had to like hold it and
I
just like
hated it, dude. It was
yeah. Look, this
terrible.
isn't Madden where you have to flick it and try to get on the red. Um, did they change submission system? That's what it says
I hope so.
online, but if it's the same way, I mean, I don't see why you would change one and not the other. I
No
mean, that's
physical copy for me. I can't stand the clutter. Conrad, come on, man.
oh,
You're
of
hurting
all
my heart.
people, I would not expect that.
Come on, man. You got to get that physical copy, dude. Not like if you don't buy the physical copy, dude, everything is gonna go digital, man. Keep it old school. Keep it old school, man.
So
I
let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any video or not video. Okay, so oh yeah, speaking of that, we might as well talk about the controls. I have a picture here. Um, so to run is left trigger. This is on the Xbox. Left trigger is to run. LB is to pick up an object. Right trigger, I don't know. It says
do
C
they still have
bomb.
the Y the face reversals? Is that what we're still doing? It's
Yeah,
still
it says
Y, right?
Y. So it says Y is reversal to
For
block.
Xbox.
Yes. Let's see. Heavy attack is A. X is light attack. B is grapple. Y is reversal. And then if you hold it, it's block. To move is with the left analog stick. To pin is obviously with the bottom right analog stick. Reposition your opponent or change your targets. Wake up taunt is up on your D-pad. To crowd taunt left. Opponent taunt is right. And then on the Xbox, not the 3-line one, display current target / swap team members is the button on the left above the D-pad. For submission, it's right trigger and B, payback, right trigger and Y. For signature and finisher, signature is right trigger X, and right trigger and A is a finisher.
I'm not
So
gonna
it's
remember any of that.
it seems. I mean, it seems about the same to me
Everything pro
from what I
wrestling
got.
says I can't be in front of GameStops anymore.
Dude, I have not
Facts.
done that in a
Facts.
long time. I got tired of doing that midnight release stuff. It just
Big
I'll
On,
wait.
thank you for joining us. Big On says 2K22 hasn't released any gameplay or roster. Actually, I think they did release the roster. It's most of the roster is already confirmed, I guess, according to James over here.
According to SmackDown Hotel, they've been relying
Unless this bitch is lying.
I said, bitch. I said, bitch.
He says, I think the game might not be good at all. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that possibility. Phil Franklin also now signatures and finishers are different buttons that will make it more tricky to reverse as you don't know what your opponent is thinking. Well, could be. I could agree
Yeah.
with that. Steve Kelly. Hey, Steve.
What's going on, Steve?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man. Steve Kelly actually bought some merchandise from us over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot.
Yeah,
Thank you for
shout
your
out.
support. He says, I would love to see some of the old school wrestlers in WWE 2K like Owen Hart. Yeah, Owen Hart's probably
Oh,
not
dude.
happening, Steve.
Yeah. Owen, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, weapons do break now to XGW Wrestling said. That's pretty cool. The
Okay.
weapons get damaged. We also
got
get custom
render.
renders for cause. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I love, I don't know, this is a silly thing, but I love that you can make the cause actually look fat.
Yes. Yes.
That actually looks cool to me.
See, that was our cool thing to do. Can you go backstage? I'm not sure. We haven't even seen any gameplay, so I don't know.
There's no gameplay released yet, Steve.
Sadly, there's
you'll
no
know. You'll
gameplay.
know when I know. Apparently,
I can already make a prediction. They're going to release the gameplay. I swear, like maybe a couple days into March. Just the way they function.
And Big On says, when will they reveal the whole roster and gameplay? Man, if I had ends on 2K, I would definitely let you know about that. But I have no contact with any of them.
Yeah, Big On.
They'll release that gameplay footage a week before the game comes out.
Yeah, Big On. If you want a roster, like I said, you go to SmackDownHotel.com. He has a lot of information. He's been a very reliant source for the longest time. Also on Twitter.
Yeah, Steve Kelly said, yeah, 2K20 had major problems. Yep, that's for sure. Facts. Phil Franklin, have you seen the way the character's new cell better look on the trailer? New cell.
Oh, like is it the way they like? I have to check it out. I'll be one. I have not checked.
Where Lashley gets chokeslammed. No, I'd have to rewatch this trailer, man. Honestly, like I've never really cared too much for actual trailers like that, just because it's not telling me nothing, right? These I'm so accustomed to even back in SmackDown versus Raw days that they would show these trailers, and most of the times, 9 out of 10. These trailers that they're showing us are cinematic footage. So it's not even actual gameplay footage for the most part. So you really don't know what you're watching on these trailers. I just can't.
It's not actual gameplay. It's just like I get what you're saying. It's like a cinematic look, but it's not actual gameplay.
Why is Ray's son on a DLC? I guess he is an unlockable.
They must have added him late. They had to have added him very late.
Could be. Big On says, I hope Tony Storm and Eva Marie are in the game. There's a good chance that they are. I know everybody's, it's been a walking meme at this point to where every time somebody gets released, they're like, oh man, here comes the 2K creators just like, rubbing their heads and freaking out. I don't think that's the case, man. I think that a lot of these wrestlers that got released are still going to be on this game. I think that, I think they're still going to be on the game. They're still going to get paid. They're still going to get their royalties. And we'll get to enjoy them one more year before everybody's cut. And then next year's game only has Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to judge. I see what he's saying about the cell, and I still got to see a little bit more. And I see how the way he flops into the move and presses. This is my first time watching the whole entire trailer. It's a really quick trailer. They just showed a lot of footage, and then just like those, footage of them buying like the 2K22 studios or whatever. Get 3 playable versions of Taker and then GM mode. That's pretty much what they summed it up with.
Yeah. Phil Franklin said he's a part of the showcase. You have to work to unlock him. I like the idea. Or you can play or pay to unlock him. Everything in the I think if you get that special edition, you get the credits to unlock everybody. That's usually what I do anyway. Even though I play through all the stories, I ain't got no damn time to play through everything to unlock somebody. I usually want to start my universe mode or something like that right away. So I want to have everybody. Big On says, I see the footage from 2K22. The wrestler face expressions in the game doesn't look that good. I'll have to go back and watch, man.
Yeah.
Big Mike, I support the NFT community. Okay,
so that's a bot. NFT stuff. Okay, that must be a bot with the spamming.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and block that.
Yeah.
All right. So, so far the game ideas don't look bad. I'm really excited for the creations that they have. I really love the cost setups and some of the screenshots that we got on eating that. So I don't know, man. I can't wait to. I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
wait
it's
to at
been
least try this game and see if it's worth the while. A part of me doesn't even want to buy the game at all. So I kind of want to just rent it.
yeah, I
See
wish Blockbuster was the thing still. Man, that was the day. Like, hey, see how the game is. Oh, it stinks, take it back. Yeah, I'll feel
Yeah.
it here. I hope the Fiend is in the game. From what I saw, I didn't see him on the roster. I don't think he's gonna be in there. But he could be. I mean,
Who knows? He might show up at the Royal Rumble this Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll just see, man. We'll just see.
I hope they put this.
Yeah. Big on that's probably not
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
happen.
in
I'm not even gonna
communications,
repeat
dude.
that.
I know.
Not even gonna repeat it. I hope we get Liger. I will lose my mind. Like how I said that all edited for you there, Conrad. I'm gonna have to start doing this on YouTube now because we all know that I want to cuss on this show, but probably won't do so much on the live streams. Guys, if you new to the stream, if you haven't checked out our actual podcast, go check it out. The Pro Wrestling Shoot. It's on every audio platform there is. Go check us out. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, all that stuff. We got some fun stuff coming up. We do a what if series right now. This week we're going to be dropping what if Marty Jannetty got Shawn Michaels push. So spoiler alert, James is not a fan of Marty Jannetty. We'll just go ahead and say that. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the game just to see what it is. I think that I'm more excited for the game just because we haven't had a game in 2 years. We had to wait that extra year to get one. Basically, we had to wait 2 years, right? Because 2K20 wasn't worth playing.
And during that time,
So-
like I said, I grabbed and picked up old PS2 wrestling games out of this, so it was something else. How about putting other arenas that WWE goes into the game, like not the TV shows?
Elaborate, Steve. I don't know what you're talking about on that one.
I'm assuming like arenas.
Beep.
GM mode
looks good.
Yeah. For the longest time, I'm not the only one onto this. So the official roster is on the team, just bases on like crowd signs. Oh yeah, no, I know he does, but he seems to be the most I don't know. He seems most reliable source. I've used to follow him in the past, and he used to be nail on it. So
Are you talking about SmackDown Hotel or what? Oh yeah, SmackDown Hotel.
Yeah, SmackDown Hotel. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was asking you. Is it actually confirmed? Because they haven't done a roster reveal yet.
Well, I don't know. On his, he put confirmed. That's the thing that threw me off. But
well, maybe he's the one that hacked into it and released that gameplay coverage.
Who knows?
First, or the cover art.
I mean, we haven't.
Facts, Conrad.
Yeah, that's true.
We haven't had a main wrestling game since 2018. That just hurt my heart just reading that.
Yeah.
That sucks. Now we're about to have 3. Isn't that cool, man? Like I'm really excited about this.
Exactly.
We're about to have 3 games.
Yeah, AEW, WWE2K22, and what was it? Virtual Basement. There's also one on the Switch that I was been wanting to get. I need to grab a Switch.
In the chat, guys, what game are you most excited for? Are you more excited for the Wrestling Code, the AEW video game? Are you looking for WWE 2K22 to be the it factor finally? Like which game are we looking forward to playing the most? For me personally, it's the AEW game just because of how different it is, and my boy Brian Williams is working hard on it.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah, shout out Brian. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm looking forward to the AEW game the most, but as for a simulation game, I feel like WWE 2K22 is going to be it.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think 2K22 hasn't showed any gameplay yet?
Couldn't tell you, man. They usually wait until the last second to show any of that.
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. I don't know if they got themselves in a project that I think there was more work than they thought compared to like NBA games and all that. So I don't know. When can YouTubers show gameplay? I personally don't know. I want to say, the only way I remember is like Tony the pizza guy on Twitch. I think he used to show like a couple days in advance before the game released, maybe 3-4 days before. I'm not sure.
Michael Cole, baby. Welcome to the chat.
Michael Cole, baby.
AEW. Steven says same here. XGW Wrestling says virtual basement and AEW. Everything Pro Wrestling said the same. AEW and the wrestling code.
Mhm.
I'm excited for the wrestling code, man. I didn't like when the game first. So Dre, that's the guy that used to like getting all those creator wrestlers
Yes,
from. So
big
he's
time.
actually working on this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. He's a part of this in some way. I'm excited for the wrestling code. I don't know what that game is going to have to offer, but I think that it's going to be pretty cool, and I think they're going to surprise us.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Dre's. He always used to have great content. I always used to elaborate to these guys like, "Hey, you guys need community creations. You need some good superstars. Go to Dre 41. That guy was awesome."
NWO for life.
For life. Chad, has anybody here played the Wrestling Empire on the Switch? Because that game is awesome. I have not played it, but I know a lot of people have.
What is it called?
Wrestling Empire on the Switch. That game is
I
fun.
don't even have a Switch, dude. I don't play like
I don't
the
either.
handheld.
Yeah, I don't either, but from what I've seen, it's very fun. Yeah, agree with you, Steve. Same here. We're all going deluxe.
Remember, too, some YouTubers are in next Makers program. They will help 2K. It's a partnership, you know. Facts, Conrad. So Big On says, what happens if we get 2K22 and the game is just like 2K20? Well, the same thing happens. It goes right on the shelf and goes right on the shelf and collects dust.
Or it's just gonna go back to GameStop, be on clearance, and then some other goofball's
and then we just wait for the wrestling code and AEW. And that's what happens.
Yeah, just save your money. Just yeah.
I'm excited though, man. I don't think that this game is gonna fail like a lot of people do. I think that this game will be a lot better than 2K20. I couldn't imagine the reputation they would get if they released a game that was broken like 2K20
Yeah, you
again.
had 2 years.
It would have to be over at that point. Everything Pro Wrestling says, Dre 41 and Viking Size Gamer both working on the wrestling code. That's badass, dude.
Okay.
I'm really excited for them. Dre was phenomenal. I loved downloading some of his wrestlers when I wanted to build universes. I could always rely on his creations. So I can't imagine what cool shit he's doing on the wrestling code. I'm not sure about Viking Size Gamer. I've never heard of him.
That's somebody new. Dre 41 I'm familiar with, but
well, Viking Size Gamer might not be new. Conrad might know something we don't. So XGW Wrestling says 2K is getting booted if game is bad. So it's go time for them.
I think so.
I agree. I think that I would lose all faith in 2K doing this game, and I would hope WWE would, but who knows? WWE hasn't lost faith in their creative writing for Monday Night Raw or SmackDown either. So, and nobody's getting booted there.
Yeah. If they did get booted, I'm thinking EA, they're going to contact somebody major. EA would probably be the next one or something. I don't know.
Michael Cole Bebe says, do you think they will release gameplay this weekend for the Rumble? They could release something. I don't know if it'll be gameplay, maybe more news, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Weekend of the Rumble. Obviously, it's this Saturday.
As long as everybody keeps spamming their Twitter.
I want to make a time on it. I'm thinking it's between the time before. It's got to be before Mania because that's what is that, April? Maybe before the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. That's my thinking, or sometime in March.
Is that the pay-per-view that you're gonna make me watch when you come to?
You're gonna watch that. You're gonna have to watch it eventually.
So I've never
I heard Hogan's going there.
For everybody in the chat, I have to this day never seen a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, even on replay. I've never went back and watched any of the Blood Money shows. I just and this fool's saying that when he comes to Washington State, he's gonna make me watch some of that, and he's coming to Washington State this coming month, right? February.
Yes, sir.
XGW Wrestling says no lie, bro.
Exactly.
Big On says, could WWE get THQ to go back to make WWE games? I think it's just THQ, what, Nordic? Or what is it? THQ something, right? It's not.
I think it is THQ Nordic.
Yeah, so it's and I don't know if they would go back to making it. I really don't. I don't think that they would. I can see EA picking up the franchise for some reason. I just feel like EA would pick it up.
Yeah, I just couldn't see THQ by themselves. I mean, Ukes went their other direction. So I don't know. EA is the next one I can think because I thought EA was a big step up from 2K, but they went their other direction with 2K. So
I honestly think that EA would do just as bad of a job. No lie.
But you never know. So I'm just trying to think of any other companies that could do it. I don't know. EA is the next one I could just think of on the top of my head. That's a major one that could maybe get into the works of wrestling, but I don't know how 100% they're about it.
For sure, man. For sure. It's on Facebook. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Steve.
Well, let's just talk about. I think it was about the arenas. Is there any arenas you have not seen on the wrestling game? That you would like on there?
On the arenas,
Yeah.
I would like to see some AWA
Okay. Yeah.
arenas, some old school. That's just me though. I like that kind of stuff. Some AWA, some NWA arenas would be nice. Some old WCW arenas.
Man, that's
Maybe some ECW arenas as well.
yeah. Some ECW ones go old school, like Heat Wave and all those.
Conrad says never trust someone who made backstage assault.
God, that was so horrible.
I hear Thunderdome is in 2K22. Big On says,
Okay.
I wouldn't doubt it. And honestly, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, we got to see it, during the height of the pandemic. So, I mean, I think it makes sense to throw it in there.
I mean, is the empty arena match a possibility in this game? I mean, if you're gonna have the Thunderdome.
Yeah, I mean, well, that technically is an empty arena, right? I wonder how that would look actually. The Thunderdome with the screens and stuff on there.
Yeah, because who would you put as the fans, or would it just be blank screens? Or
That'd probably just be pictures of the fans that are actually in the game already. You know what I mean? In the audience.
Yeah,
Probably
that
just be
would
some
make
of them.
sense.
I don't know.
Arenas that I would put on there. I don't know. I mean, they've put in so many arenas. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Saudi Arabia one in there. That one they did in
Didn't they have that
Australia.
in 2K20 as well?
Saudi
They had
Arabia?
I think they
I don't
had
recall.
the what's that one that they do? The Crown Jewel? I think they had Crown Jewel in that.
Crown Jewel. I don't know if they did one for Saudi Arabia, Australia. The Australia, I think it was like Super Showdown or something like that.
I think they had both of those in
Um,
the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if these ones come back.
hmm.
So that wouldn't surprise me at all. But
I'm trying to think if there's any other arenas, but
let's see here.
I wonder
Big
if
on,
they'll.
I wonder, will they put Mark Henry and Alberto Del Rio in 2K22? I could see Mark Henry. I don't know about
Del
well,
Rio.
maybe not Mark Henry because he signed with AEW. They probably
Del
wouldn't
Rio,
do that.
no, because he has his back and forth thing with like Paige and all his issues, and then possibly getting arrested. I don't know. He's been wiped.
Steve said they had the roster of 2K22 on Facebook the other day. Steve, don't believe everything you see on social media, buddy. Yeah. I mean, they'll get you all the time with those fake news.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for a lot of stuff about this game. I just hope it all comes through as planned. I figure, some of the old school WCW arenas, I hope that Bash at the Beach arena that they're supposed to be giving us, I think was it 97 or 96, one of those two. The Bash at the Beach arena, dude, give us the arena with a fucking pool around it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
give us the
Give
pool
us something. I
and let
wouldn't
me
care.
throw somebody in that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
come on, man, make something happen.
As much as this pay-per-view was horrible, everyone that I know did not like it. Sturgis, just put that awful thing in there if you want.
No, hell no. Just keep Sturgis out of this shit. Keep the. I hated that pay-per-view so much. Phil Franklin says, "I wonder what will be the difference between next gen and current gen." I'm actually wondering the same thing. I really want to put my hope in the old gen just because I don't have a next gen yet.
Yeah,
But,
so I'm
hoping it's not too big of a difference.
I don't know how big of a difference is with Call of Duty, so I'm expecting the same. Big on, yes, I agree with you. That's one of the
SmackDown versus Raw 2007 is one of the greatest games ever. Agree.
Agree.
Full
I mean,
agree.
it's 2007, and like Here Comes the Pain are like neck and neck for me, and then 2006 somewhere in there. It's a tough
I disagree. I think that 2007 for me and 2011 was two of my, even though like it had some crazy ass glitches in 2011, dude, I had so much fun on that game. Like I had probably the most fun that I've ever had on a video or wrestling video game on SmackDown versus Raw 2011, just for the online alone.
Yeah, I think 2007 online was good. The storyline was good. Is Sting in the game? I rarely doubt it.
Doubtful.
Doubtful.
Oh, Frodo,
Oh
shout
God,
out, man. Hey,
who's
what's
ready to
going
get
on,
their ass
buddy?
beat?
Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Who's ready to get their ass beat?
Don't worry, Ryan
Who's gonna
Tannehill's
get
not in the game, sir. He's not in the game.
somebody gonna get their ass kicked? Somebody gonna get the wig split. With that said, man, I think that we're gonna end this stream, man. We're already about an hour in. We'll answer a couple more questions and see what's going on. It says Big On says, will they add Sunny in the game? Doubtful.
Yeah, I
Doubtful.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. In what, a jail outfit?
She been in and out of the correction facility too much to even get a scan in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I mean, that pretty much does it for our thoughts on 2K22. Hopefully the game comes out better than ever. Hey Phil, it was nice to meet you too. Guys, before you go, follow us on social media, man. Facebook and Instagram at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Follow us on Twitter at TPWS Podcast, and go check out our regular podcast, man. It's way different than this live stream. We have a lot of fun over there. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere that you can get your audio podcasts. Make sure to leave us a cool like on that thing. Give us a good rate. Give us a 5-star review, man. That helps us out on our algorithms a lot. We're going to try to be back every single week for a live stream on a different topic each time. Yeah, make sure you just subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. That helps us out a lot. But until then, guys, I'm Jesse Carter. He's James Pinard Jr., and we are out. Take it easy.
Wrestling!